All right, Big Mag, it's a rundown. It's Wednesday, it's July 12th, presented by Stella Blue Coffee. Amazon Prime Day is here. I think it's still Prime Days. Does Prime do multiple days?
Correctamundo, Ed.
Thank you. Clem, as a father, I know you know. So help make Stella Blue Coffee the #1 coffee and cold brew on all of Amazon. I think it's number 3 the last time Big Cat tweeted, so go buy some Stella Blue cold brew. 20% off on Amazon. That's the best price you'll ever get for Stella Blue Coffee. For every purchase, a portion of the proceeds goes directly towards helping Paws Animal Shelter, helping dogs find homes. It runs July 11th and 12th. All right. So if I would have read the whole ad copy beforehand, I would have known. So that's on me. 20% off. If you subscribe, it's even cheaper. Premium coffee for less than $4 a week. Cold brew, K-cup pods, grounds, and whole bean coffee available now. Great coffee, better purpose. Go get some Stella Blue. All right. It's myself, Clem, Rico. First topic here is the MLB AllStar Game. We could touch on that, but really I feel it would feel wrong talking to 2 New York guys and not talk about the real baseball story today. I know you guys aren't Yankee guys, but the patch on the jersey. Clem, you could start.
It's a tough look, Ed. It's a tough. Yankees fans are upset right now. They are mad. Back when I first joined Twitter way back when, Yankees fans were very vocal and it's gone a little quieter. That patch came out and they were back in full force. People I haven't heard from in years were just popping off. And to be honest, I understand, man. It's the pinstripes were like the last thing that was untouched. I was just talking to my father-in-law the other day, who's a huge Yankees fan. And I said, man, I know why you had to do it, but when they tore down the old stadium, they tore down a lot of history with it. And it just hasn't been the same. As someone that feared the Yankees, that rooted against them my whole childhood because I had all the gobbledygook Yankees fans making fun of me as a Mets fan. When they took that stadium down, it was like the winds of change came, and this was kind of like the final fucking dagger in the heart. And I may not like the Yankees, but the man who I'm virtually with right now has a whole other level. I mean, basically, it's him and KFC battling for the top rung here. So, yeah. Rico, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I think that's the only reason KFC still talks to me. He's like, He's a top tier guy. He's got the best bazookas in town to just annihilate Yankee fans. And he knows shit that I forgot about, meaning me. But all right, so I got a new thing now. I know everyone's probably tired of the names on the back. If your Yankee jersey doesn't have a patch, I'm fucking coming for you. I'm coming. Yo, you didn't get the one with the patch, you fucking loser? I'm going to fucking kill him. And now forget it. If they have double strikes, they have the name and without the patch. Oh God. I'm killing you. So I got a new thing. Yeah, it's some things shouldn't be untouched. Like when Notre Dame does a different helmet, like no thanks. I think if the Steelers ever put a second logo on theirs, like you don't know why it came from, but it just is. And this is like you kind of still respected the Yankees a little bit. They'll never have the names on the back, like they probably wouldn't go to the corporate thing. Like, do they need that corporate sponsorship? I know the money, like, I don't know. But either way, I got a new thing to make fun of Yankee fans. So this is Christmas for me.
And they still do the whole beard thing, right? So it's like they keep their traditions, but it's like one by one, they're just chopping everything down. And at some point, the mystique, and you're not winning titles anymore, the mystique does disappear. And listen, 2 Mets fans, absolute bum franchise for, almost its entire existence. We had the jersey patch. Got absolutely roasted for it because it was like 90% white on the side for the hospital of the Presbyterian Hospital, whatever. Uncle Stevie came in, turned that shit orange and blue overnight. And again, we're the Mets, whatever. We are born out of being like a fucking orphan franchise when the Dodgers and the Giants left New York and they had to get an actual team in. The Yankees doing it, it just feels fucking weird. And that's the biggest thing. If you're Star Insurance, you pay God knows how much money, and everyone's like, fuck Star Insurance. All the Yankees fans, their least favorite insurance company is now Star Insurance. You're not going to buy Star Insurance if you even, I don't know what the fuck. It's like when the Steelers took down the Heinz ketchup bottles and the Alcatraz, whatever the fuck insurance, and all those fucking yinzers out there were probably motherfucking that shit to death.
Yeah, but I was going to
remember, Clem, the best insurance for some of these Yankee fans is the guy Sal selling it out of his truck, and you sign it, right on the paper. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. Like, the Gomar, I'll do a separate policy over here. I got another one over here. All good. Like, so they Star Insurance, when they get, Fred from Nebraska coming in. Hello, Mr. Clemenza. I'd like to get your insurance. Fuck you is what they're saying. So they were out on that anyway. That didn't stand a chance. They could be offering them life policies for no dollars out of their pocket. They wouldn't care. my guy Sal, I'll say, oh, my guy Vinny, he's got a good policy. Yeah, he's over there. He's got a good policy.
But that was my question. Is this the best advertisement or the worst advertisement? It's good in the sense that I know what Star Insurance is now. And I had no idea what they were before, but it's bad in the sense of, like you said, people are going to be, what, 70%, 60% of the city is going to be like, fuck you. I don't know.
100%, Ed, because as a Mets fan, I'm still saying fuck Star Insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Money.
Let me tell you that. If
100.
you're a Mets fan, I find out you have Star Insurance. The Riders are coming back. I know they're not allowed to fucking act anymore, but the Riders are coming back. If I find out you have Star Insurance, that might be the worst thing you could say about somebody now. Just KFC hates when I put them on group text. I might start saying, like, fuck with people. Be like, hey, Meek Phil, he's got Star Insurance. The internet will kill him.
And my only takeaway from the All-Star game, I really just follow the Cubs and the White Sox. Apparently the Texas Rangers are like the best team of all time.
Yeah, we know that from gambling, but yeah, 5 guys in the lineup. They stacked the votes too, but Clem, maybe it's being older. I was talking to my brothers last night. Even as a kid, I know I've watched All-Star games and I remember cool moments and I've checked in here and there. The All-Star game I never cared about. I remember, even my brother was like, oh, we were at our buddy's house and we walked in and we're like, oh, Michael Young hit a home run. Okay, let's go back and play basketball. Let's go in the pool. Maybe the timing of it, you were on vacation, or it's one of those, you're like, you know what? I don't want to watch a baseball game tonight, like hitting the keyboard, or I watch the Mets every night, like whatever. The All-Star game, for some reason, I just have no interest in. Maybe it's like the circulating lineups. I don't know. I could be like, I watch it, but I have no real interest in it ever. No, and as a kid, I didn't watch it as much.
I'm with you, Rico. Like I watched it as a kid and I wouldn't like live and die with it. The whole make it count shit was kind of lame because Bud Selig's lame too. Yeah. But there was always moments, and it was also because it was like, well, I'm never going to see, Pedro square off against these National League guys. And now it's like, you get that every single day. You have an interleague game. By the way, the divisions have become like unbalanced or whatever. There's 30 teams. So you have to have one interleague game series a day, basically. But it's completely different now, and it's a different world. But I'm also at the point where it's like, I care even less about it now. And part of it's just like, I'm old. Kids, I'm sure 12-year-olds were fucking loving it. But there's also like the jerseys. I did not like the jerseys. I do think there is something about watching your guys in their jerseys, next to other guys in their jerseys. Now they just have like the bland AL jersey, NL jersey. My favorite part, even as a kid, this is such an old fucking man thing to say. I love the tipping of the cap. I see my guys go out. I see Piazza got into the game, tips to have to the crowd. I'm like, all right, my guy's there. If I watch my guy get his at bat or whatever it's going to be, that was cool too. The other thing is, like, they're just completely botching this thing too. Remember when it was like a couple of years ago, they had like the commissioner exemption where they could have like, you could pick any player to basically get a spot, and they dug up Albert Pujols, his fossil ass, put him in the lineup and probably got blown away in 3 pitches, or he gets one grooved, which is even worse. Give me Ellie De La Cruz. Give me whoever give me Francisco Alvarez. Give me the cool guys that I don't like. I don't want the Cincinnati Reds. I don't have the package. They're not like on fucking Sunday Night Baseball. Give me guys like that. Have him go against Garrett Cole or whoever the big pitcher is. And that kind of shit I think would sell. But it's, again, they're kind of like just stuck in their ways. So I didn't. And, Elias Diaz hitting the game-winning home run and 2-run bomb is from the Rockies. Gambler. This is a gambler thing. You probably know Elias Diaz. I do not care about.
Well, it's weird. Here's the weird thing. He hits the biggest home. The subs are playing late in the game. Like it's convoluted how they do it. Maybe take less guys, and it's a fucking exhibition game anyway. So plug them in, like wave it away that Pete Alonso bats for the first 2 innings and he can come back in the 8th. Like, what the fuck do we care? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? It's fucking made up anyway. The uniforms. I'll say this: if they didn't go black pants on the blue, I thought it could have worked. Mm-hmm. If they went gray pants. I like the Seattle theme. I didn't hate that.
Oh no, the Seattle theme was fine. It's more of I just like when the guys wear their own jerseys. I just like when the guys hats were bad. And it was cool seeing Griffey. I saw Griffey came out, Edgar Martinez, even Jay Buhner. I'm like, you got to throw Jay Buhner. Yeah. I mean, we're all thinking Frank Costanza in our heads, right? So that was cool. But there's just something missing. And again, like all the All-Star games are fucked. The Pro Bowl, I don't think is even a thing. It's like a flag football game.
No, it's out. The NBA game, truthfully, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't play defense. But the one thing I'll say about the NBA game that's cool is usually in the fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left. All the stars are out and they're like, all right, let's fucking see who wins this. And you get a Durant or, whoever the LeBron, the big star is, try to win the MVP and win the game. Having the stars.
They did the
stars play early and then it's over. Maybe that's the other part. Like, I'll watch early. Griffey comes out. All right, I'm done, Yeah.
So that's the thing. If they could have the starters come back in when it really matters, that would be cool. And then it's like you're also just holding your breath all the time. Us Mets fans know for an exhibition, and your guy gets, I thought a couple of guys got like dinged up a little last night. But that could be the other thing. Is everyone fucking the world? I was told the World Baseball Classic was the greatest baseball event of all time this season. I didn't give a fuck about it after when Diaz's leg exploded. How about let's do U.S. versus the world next year and see how that goes? Because, like, I'll tell you, the U.S. is probably not going to be favored if that's the case, right? So I think that could be cool, but, what do I know?
You know what? I'm so old. This is my guilty pleasure. It wasn't on Monday night after the home run derby. Maybe I think they moved it to Sunday. I'll watch for an inning or two the celebrity softball game. I still like that. I don't know. Fun. Maybe it's just me being a loser, but I want to
see who's playing. It's fun. Yeah.
Kate Upton was a moment when Kate Upton went like crazy. Was that when Chris Christie? He had like the football look. It was
I think like that's an NYPD game.
That was an NYPD thing. Yeah,
it was like a Boomerang Carton special or something.
Yeah. There are moments that come out of the celebrity game, though. Nonetheless, bring some Rotchkin Jock into it, a little more fun. But yeah, they were dropping spoilers about it. I guess they tape delay it, and like if you're doing that, it's like it's completely fucked.
Yeah.
Can I ask this too? Sorry, maybe this is an old guy thing too. That the poor kid gets hit in the head. MLB can't afford to just let the balls land in the outfield.
That's a fair point.
How much money do you guys fucking have? You're worried about fucking that's like recollecting, I don't know, give like Google giving out papers to everyone and then recollecting the fucking paper clips. Like, we need those paper clips. You guys fucking just let the balls lay in the outfield.
I think that's like a perk. I think people want to do that.
Not when they get hit in the fucking head, Eddie. And the kids if the kids got it and put it in their pocket to be good, they throw it back. They have to the kids get nothing out of it.
Pretty sick, shagging balls.
We were saying, we've been saying kids were going to get hit for years, and it finally happened. It's crazy that it took this long for it to happen.
Moving to the NFL, Asante Samuel and Darrelle Rivas are apparently in some beef. Asante Samuel said that Darrelle Rivas is basically just a product of the New York hype machine. Darrelle Rivas hit him with, I don't really know who he is. All I know is they used to call him Mr. Double Move, the double move king. He put 2 moves on him and he's toast. I know you guys are both Giant guys, but Rico, I think you got more Jets experience. What do you think about Darrelle Rivas?
I was around the Jets when Rivas was going. My dad's a Jet fan. He luckily didn't pass that off to us, but Rivas was untouchable. So to say the media thing, like Rivas was, to say the media built his career a little bit more is like, I don't know, 2% true. He's fucking lights out. Because after a while, like, if the media is bumping you up, you eventually have to play, and the guy could play. He was, and Rivas dunked on him. I'm on Rivas' side here. Like, the facts back up the facts.
Asante Samuel, he goes viral like every few months. He'll like spout off on like Belichick. He's like, Belichick's like a trash coach. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I don't know if he's ever talked shit about Brady, but yeah, you go in at Darrelle Rivas and it's going like by position. Double move king. I feel like that's probably right. Like Asante was a gambler. He's one of those guys. He could pick 6. He did it to Eli plenty of times, but as it was brought up by Rivas, like a Pop Warner kid could have caught that pass that Eli let sail a little bit, admittedly in Super Bowl 42.
Yep.
I personally love that this thing bubbled back up because then it just reminds me of Super Bowl 42 again, 18-1, Eli Manning. You're talking Hall of Fame. That guy's being the Hall of Fame. That when Eli makes the Hall of Fame, it is going to be one of the fucking most electric days on social media. People are going to be so fucking mad. But I'm telling you, the guy has the rings. He did it against the greatest coach and quarterback of all time. And you can't, I have to admit it. Like, the Mannings run the NFL media, basically. Like, Archie's like the fucking godfather, the puppet master of it all. He's going to make sure he gets the votes. That's all that matters. And then he's in the Hall of Fame. And I'm going to go to Canton very, very happy.
You know what I laugh about, Clem? Not so much Eli, which is kind of weird to me, like that Eli doesn't get this credit. But how many people have you heard build their career, their kids' college fund, and their grandkids' college fund on having walked by Peyton Manning? Like, oh, Adam Gase. Oh, yeah, he worked with Peyton Manning. These guys get the benefit of the doubt like nobody else. It's insane. And so Peyton Manning should, call some of these guys and be like, yo, you're lucky I'm a nice guy and I'm not going to the media being like, you suck, because you're getting paid for years off of this. Like, give me back a cut. Give me back 10%. Like, just because you worked with me one time, everyone thinks it's, that's going to hold forever.
I will say this, though, when it comes to Darrelle Rivas, having the nickname that he had,
Yeah.
he almost became infallible. Rivas Island was like, oh, yeah, you got Rivas Island this week. You have a good nickname like that.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you underperform a little bit in like a certain game or whatever, you'll still always remember, like, oh, that guy's sick. He's got he's got that.
We
nickname.
had a kid like that in college, and that was what it was. Like, when they go solo, he's got man-to-man, and you hope, slow white Bosco doesn't get beat over the top. Like, play a little schemy zone here and know what what's going on at the route.
Were you a safety?
I was a corner for 3 years and a safety for my last year. Yeah.
No shit.
You said it too. You said it perfectly. I mean, Rivas Island was like an elite nickname. And it was back in the time where, like, I don't think anyone really had, like, we didn't have Stephen Shea breaking down. Oh, that sick fuck probably was breaking down film back then, but it wasn't like every single person on Twitter. So if someone told you he was good and you didn't watch him, you're like, oh yeah, he's good. I remember, I think he held Megatron to like 1 catch for 9 yards. And I was like, Darrelle Rivas is a god, because he basically lined up with Megatron and did that. But the other thing he did that you forget about now, but I mean, I know I followed it in the New York market. That motherfucker was the bad king. He would always like wait, hold out, and then just get absolutely paid at the top of his value every single time. Went to New England, won the ring, went back to the Jets, got more money from the Jets, and then called it a career. It was like football is number one on Darrelle Rivas's, like, in his obituary, but Wemby was just cashing that check, man. He was great at it.
A mercenary. Staying in the Jets, they're getting Hard Knocks, which I think is great.
That was what I was going to say. That with Clem, that's a perfect segue. That clip of Rivas walking back in and Rex Ryan being like, yeah, we got some slapdick player. He finally signed. And that's how Hard Knocks ended. That was just fucking electric. The shake weights, the let's go eat a fucking snack. That was electric television. I feel like they're going to try to, like, touch on that. And it's going to be like a little corny, but with Rodgers, you're going to get that storyline. There's going to be enough there. Sauce Gardner, but I mean, Cromartie, like, naming his fucking kids, like the Jets, they should have just done that. Been like, we only do 4 episodes, but just made it the whole season, because it was there was no Hard Knocks will ever top that. I do love the first one with Saragusa, rest in peace, when he gives the kid a hundo. It's my favorite clip. He gives the kid a hundo. He's like, here, listen, go get Gatorade and water. I don't want to see the back of that fridge. I'll give you more money later for beer. And he tells Brian Billick, I don't weigh in. You got Shannon Sharp doing fucking impressions of him. It's Saragusa was unbelievable.
Hard Knocks needs this. Yeah. I feel like Hard Knocks has been slipping. I know I used to like watch it religiously, and now I basically catch a clip if it even goes online. You have Rodgers there, who's like a weird dude in general, new team. Salah's like a pretty fun guy in general too. So those two, Sauce is the guy wears a chain that's his fucking Sauce on it, right? So you have like awesome personalities, Garrett Wilson. I just know this is like the God's honest truth, and Bosco, fellow Mets Giants gypsy like me, as a Mets fan, I know what Jets fans are going through right now. And they're just like, motherfucker. We were, the team that people thought maybe if everything goes right, you win the AFC East, get a wild card or whatever, get into the playoffs. We have Rodgers here. Everything's in line. And you just worry that it's like the Hard Knocks distraction, curse, whatever it may be, is going to just fuck them all up. And like, they're on the record. Sal was like, we don't want this here. I think Woody Johnson wanted it, but I think everyone else in the building who actually plays or coaches did not want it. So it just like, it's just another like fucking Jets moment.
It's good for football fans, though. I mean, we've had 3 legendary quarterbacks leave their franchise like at the last couple holes of their career, with Brady, Peyton Manning, and obviously Favre. So now you're actually chronicling one. So it's just him alone is worth it. So it's Britney Spears says she wants a public apology from Victor Wembanyama. Apparently he or his team apologized 30 minutes after at their table, but she wants a public one.
Hi, so I wanted to share with you guys an incident that happened in Vegas that a lot of people are talking about. And I heard on the news, this radio station talking smack and talking shit, that's why I'm addressing it, saying that I deserve to be smacked. Security was doing their job and protecting their client. I've been with the most famous people in the world. In sync at one time, girls would like literally throw themselves at them. On my way into the place, actually, I was knocked down by like 3 12-year-olds trying to get my picture. My security not one time touched them or even came near them. Point being is, I didn't appreciate the people saying that I deserve to be hit, because no woman ever deserves to be hit. I simply tapped him on the back and I was backhanded, hit my face, came back on the floor. My best friend picked me up and held me. And I did get an apology at my table 30 minutes later, but I have yet to receive a public apology. And that's it.
Clem, is that necessary?
At this point, if I'm Wembenyama, I'm fucking publicly apologizing, buying front row seats to her tour, whatever the fuck it may be. You have to just get the Britney stands off here right now. We saw that first game. He improved the second game. But, man, that's just it was a Mad Libs. Everyone said it at the time. That story was a Mad Libs when it came out, and it's just been an absolute nightmare for this guy. Do whatever you want, because, again, the Britney stands, I think, did they get drafted in the dog walk draft for worst fan bases?
Did Britney Spears? No, they did not.
No, but, like, you don't want those, like, singers, the Beehive, the Swifties, like, the Spears gang, they're a little older, maybe a little longer in the tooth, maybe not up as late, but it's still like, I don't know if you guys saw, like, they were all over this guy after that first game. So just, like, watch it clean, wash your hands of this shit. You don't want Britney bitch coming at your ass, because she'll keep going. We've seen those social media posts, man. She's not going to let this go. So just say you're sorry and fucking call it a day.
The other thing is, you don't want her dad flipping the script and capturing you for fucking 20 years, making you a robot, doing like fucking, stealing third base signs for fucking help,
Yeah, I mean the video, like I think Dave said it best. Like she did kind of have like a crazy cat lady vibe, like running up to him and tapping him. So I don't know. Britney
Shout out to her for being a hooper though, knowing who he is. Maybe me and Britney at the fucking Peach Jam next year. Electric.
She didn't know who he was. She saw 7'4". She saw people look and take
a guess, right?
Come on.
Bosco knows too. You give that public apology, it like kind of cleanses the soul a little, right, Rico?
It does.
Last topic here, not Victor Wemby, excuse me, Drake says he wonders if he has been in a coma since his Degrassi audition. He was like 13 or 14, and he says basically his whole life has played out ideally how he would have, dreamt it. So he's having some, I don't know, what's the exact word for this?
He's an idiot. I fucking hate Drake to begin with, so I was dying to see this on the thing. I've never smoked, but I've been around a bunch of people that were high. This is one of those things that, like, somebody's like, man, what if the clouds fell? And you're just like, dude, like, what? What the fuck did you shut the fuck up? This is what he's saying. Like, what if this is all? It's like he's looking for attention. Like, fuck off, Drake. Go postpone your Philly nights again like you did in 2013 because you couldn't sell the place out and hope for more tickets. You fucking loser. Ja Rule ripoff.
Wow. I didn't know you felt that way about that.
I hate him, dude. He got hot using girls to begin with. He's a fan of every team. He's fucking hitting on Skylar Diggins while her husband's in the crowd. He's a fucking loser. And he's a Cal Poly guy. He's a fucking loser.
His life, though, I mean, to comment on what he said, I mean, he literally has lived like the ideal life. Like he's the guy.
Oh, he does. I'd trade it.
He's the guy.
It's like, it's one of those things where I think everyone has this moment. You're like, am I living in a Truman Show? Right. And is there some kind of secret hidden camera here? Or is it scripted? Or, again, you're fucked up too. Might be smoking something that you should be smoking. I could definitely understand this. Like, yeah, it's like not a lot of people just like everything they do, they're like super successful at it. He's fucking at Midnight Madness with Kentucky, which was like one of the most all-time ridiculous things looking back at it now.
It was a recruiting violation. It should have been a recruiting violation.
I mean, he's fucking like dapping up during the finals, him and the Warriors are like hanging out there in that Raptors Warriors NBA finals, shit like that. So like his life has been a movie, a dream, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I would definitely think I was like in a coma or like just living a dream right now too. It makes perfect sense. But this, I need to go through a list of every celebrity and just hear Rico's take on every single one, because I'm telling you, I did not see this coming with Drake, and I love it.
Oh, I didn't know he was such a Drake hater.
I won't see a Jack Black movie at gunpoint. Who else you want? Your random guys? Trying to think. I don't know, CVS. I'm out on them.
You're not a Sajak guy, right?
He's okay. I don't like that he was boozed up while he was doing it.
He was boozed up, allegedly.
What he said, him and Vanna White used to booze up.
Oh, no shit. All right, that's the rundown. Any after show topics? We got a big all company meeting going on, like as we speak. So I feel like they're probably pointing you out in the crowd, Rico, that you're not out there.
Oh,
So
Jesus. That's true. Rico's going to get
100%.
killed for
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
run.
Yeah.
What it is.
Anything else? But you and Dave, Big Cat in the office, might be the last time
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, a girl broke up with me in 2006 too, Eddie. Like, what else you want? You want to get depressed here? Like, you want?
I'm just saying that's the last
fun
time
time.
that they're going to be throwing the ball around over your
How
head.
about this? How about this post show? You guys, if you look at my back, I got some tire marks on there from when you guys, drove over me. Maybe a congrats. I am a champion.
Oh,
Hey, I congratulated you right afterwards. I gave you a hug. I said, this felt like a little win for ZD. I gave you a fucking hug afterwards.
Listen, I'm getting blamed. They're like, you take you off the team and look at these two Hall of Famers. You guys were like fucking Andy Chavez and fucking Ryan Church in the outfield, and all of a sudden it's like Griffey and fucking Manny Ramirez. Like, what the fuck happened?
yeah, we developed late. We definitely had some Alex Smith to us. That's for sure.
Yes.
We started rough.
Yeah.
3 fucking bozos is what we are. We talked our. I mean, we said every right answer to every question ever asked to us, and we would talk ourselves out of it every time. It was honestly impressive.
Well, Clem is right. When you after you came down when you won, we looked at each other. We're like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah. No, I have no animosity. It's just
I know.
And for people that are watching this rundown right now, right before it, we saw like John Rich was waiting to get Rico in the room to record, and we just saw Dave and Dan just doing their thing, and I'm like, I don't even know what they're saying to Rico right now, but they're preheating him from the run. They're getting you all fired up, and I'm like, this guy just.
He got the pump in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Pumping
So
him up.
he's definitely taking shit at this company meeting for sure.
drove in from LBI this morning.
Crazy.
Game day.
Well, hey, this was fun. This was a good crew, fellas. It's always good.
All right, fellas.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks everybody for watching. Rundown tomorrow. See ya.